with Coach Princess.
Mama, you're welcome to another beautiful time with your amazing children's coach, Princess Enyinna-Okoro from Kids Igbo Academy. Ebaina kuziro maka asusu Igbo in a fun, interesting, and engaging manner. Nekwe fangota nemekwa ka Igbo na tokwanu foto. Yes, today we're here for another exciting time, and we're here to learn Igbo using the fun stories that we usually tell. Remember the rules of the story, and I'm going to share the title with you soon. But before I go into telling you the title, the rules, and everything else that we always do in the story, I want you to first of all do those things we like. Do you remember? Like this video, share this video with your friends, your family, subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already, and don't forget to leave us a comment at the end of the video. Now, let's talk about our story proper. Now, the title of our story, if you can see from the thumbnail, is Onye bu enyi gi. Say with me, Onye bu enyi gi. And it simply means, who is your friend? So you know somehow that this story is going to touch a bit on friendships, and I hope you actually learn from it. Before we get into telling the story itself, we're going to take a look at 3 key words. You know we always have keywords, right? Words that we learn, that we add to our vocabulary, that actually helps us speak Igbo better. And word number 1 is Enyinna-Okoro. Enyinna-Okoro. When someone goes to pee, to wee. That's it. That's the verb for it. So if somebody wants to, let's say you want to tell your mom in Asusu Igbo, Mom, I need to pee, I need to use the restroom. You say, Nnem achorom Enyinna-Okoro. Let's say it again. Nnem achorom Enyinna-Okoro. Good. Or you can just say, Nne achorom Enyinna-Okoro. It's all okay. Another thing you can say with that phrase is Onyuola mamiri. He has peed or she has weed. Let's say it again. Onyuola mamiri. Onyuola mamiri. Yes. Good job. You did it very well. I hope you are practicing with me. Remember to always say with me. Every word I say with me. And when we start reading, say it too. You see it on your screen. All you need to do is read alongside. Is that okay? Good job. Now, vocabulary number 2 would be Bakorum. Bakorum. Say with me. Bakorum. It has the bo, a, or sound. Bakorum. So to bako is to come together. When somebody comes together or they come around, they gather. When somebody gathers, that's what it means to say bakoro in Asusu Igbo. Now, a model sentence that we can say is ha bakoro na kokoya. I'll say it again. Ha bakoro na kokoya. They gathered at his side, or they came together at his side. Let's say it again. Ha bakoro na kokoya. Very easy, right? Yes. I know it's very easy for you. So to bako is to gather. Sometimes people call the meetings they attend or bako, because when people meet, they come together, they gather. Do you see? Good job. And then the 3rd key word we're going to learn today will be chia ochi. To chia ochi is to laugh. Just like you see me now, I'm not really laughing, but I'm smiling. So that's it. Ichiochi is when you're laughing. So I can say, Waneka na chiochi. That's my sentence. I'll say it again. Waneka na chiochi. And what does it mean? It means one neka is laughing. I can also say Ọ na-achị ya ọchị. Say with me. Ọ na-achị ya ọchị. And ọ na-achị ya ọchị simply means he is laughing at her or she is laughing at him. Ọ na-achị ya ọchị. You see. Yes, I know you did it. And I know it was very easy for you. Now, let's get into the story proper. O nwere obere nwa, aha ya bụ Olisa. Olisa bụ nwa nọ n'ọta akara n'ụlọ akwụkwọ ya. It means there once lived a boy whose name is Olisa. Olisa was in the kindergarten class of his school. Otu ụbọchị, ọ nọ n'oche ya mgbe ọ matara na akwa ya dị mmiri mmiri. One day he was on his seat and then he discovered that his clothes, his school uniform was wet. Akwa ụlọ akwụkwọ ya adịla mmiri mmiri, was wet. Maybe he had wet himself because he's still little. Obi mapụrụ ya maka na ọ matara na ọ nyụọla mamịrị n'ahụ ya. Oh, immediately he panicked because he realized that he had just peed on his body. Ọ maghị ihe ọ ga-eme maka na ọ ma na ụfọdụ ndị klaasị ya mata ha ga-achị ya ọchị. He didn't know what to do because he knew that some of his classmates were going to laugh at him if they discovered. Ọ malitere ikpe ekpere n'ime obi ya maka enyemaka Chukwu. Immediately, he began to say a silent prayer, asking for God's help because he didn't want to get embarrassed in class. N'egbughị oge, Ọlụọma ji mkpọ mmiri ya agafe. Almost immediately, his classmate Ọlụọma was passing by his seat with her water bottle. Mgbe o rutere n'oche Olisa, ọ dara ada. When she got towards Olisa's seat in class, she fell down. Mmiri niile nọ n'ime mkpọ mmiri ya were wụọ Olisa n'ahụ, and all the water that was in her water bottle splashed on Olisa's body. Ụmụ klaasị gbakọrọ n'akụkụ Olisa wee sị ya ndo. Immediately the whole class rallied around Olisa. Oh, sorry, they were telling him sorry. Ha nọ na-asị ya ndo, Olisa ndo, sorry Olisa, what happened? Oh, so sorry. They were just, making him feel good. Onye nkuzi bara Ọlụọma mba ma were akwa ọhụrụ nye Olisa ka o yiri. The teacher scolded Ọlụọma for being careless and not paying attention, and then she took a new pair of uniform and gave Olisa for him to wear. Mgbe ụlọ akwụkwọ gbasara maka ụbọchị ahụ, Olisa gara jụọ Ọlụọma sị ya, ọkwa ịma ama wụọ m mmiri ahụ. By the time it was close of school for that day, Olisa went to Ọlụọma and asked her, "Did you intentionally pour that water on me?" And Ọlụọma answered. Ọlụọma zara ya sị, ama m ka o si adị ma mmadụ nyụọ mamịrị n'ahụ ya n'ime klaasị. Ọlụọma said to him, "Oh yes, I poured the water on you intentionally because I understand how it feels when a child pees on their body inside the class unintentionally." And she said to him, "Achọghị m ka ụmụ klaasị anyị chịa gị ọchị." She said, "I didn't want our classmates to laugh at you." Site n'ụbọchị ahụ, ha abụọ wee bụrụ enyi. And from that day onwards, the two of them became best of friends in class. Now, let's talk about what we learned. Ihe mmụta. To begin our Ihe mmụta segment for the day, you remember how we always begin it? By writing in the comments exactly what it is that you learned. What did you learn from this story? I want to read from you. I want to see you putting it down in the comment section, exactly what it is that you learned. It doesn't matter if it's the same thing as what I learned. It's still unique because it has come from you. Is that okay? Now, let's take a look at our own Ihe mmụta. One of the important things in this lesson is that this lesson emphasizes on the quality of people around us. And that is something I want you to also note. Lesson number 1 is, who is a true friend? In fact, that's even the major lesson for this particular video. We're going to look at 3 things that tell us the kind of person to call a true friend. The first point to look out for a friend is that onye ọbụla bụ enyi gị ga-abụ onye nwere obiọma. For you to call someone a true friend, they must be kind people. Ezigbo enyi na-enwe obiọma. A good friend has a kind heart. If your friend is not kind to you, some people have friends that are mean to them, and they think it's okay. Yes, I know it. Some of you children have been groomed by your parents to be kind, to be patient with people, to be good to people. But you need to understand when to draw the line. You cannot have a friend that is mean to you, that is rude to you, that is never polite to you, and you still call them your friend. It doesn't even matter if they are the in girls in class or the making sense boys in class. You are also a girl that makes sense. You are a boy that makes sense too. You need to draw the line. If someone you have called your friend is not friendly towards you, is not kind to you, if they are mean to you, if they are rude to you, if they are not polite to you, then they are not your friend. If your friend is always trying to control everything, control the games you play, control you, never allowing you speak up for yourself or have a mind of your own, always expecting you to dance to her tune or his tune, then you haven't found a friend in that person yet. Makana ezigbo enyi na-enwe gịnị? Obiọma. So you must look out for the kindness component in your friend and ensure that while you're being kind to your friend, this person is also being kind to you. If that person you call a friend is not being kind in return, then you may need to draw the line and say, this is not okay. All right, I want you to be able to recognize when friends are not really good enough for you. Characteristic number 2, what do we look at when we're looking for friends? Ezigbo enyi anaghị eme gị ihere. Ọ naghị eme ihe ọbụla ga-eme gị ihere. A friend does not do something that will shame you. Instead of shaming you, a true friend will cover your shame, will help you with your flaws, and find solutions to help you get better. And that is what we see Oloma doing for Olisa. What did Oloma do? Immediately she saw that, hey, this was happening with this boy. And what happened? Immediately, she just intentionally took a bottle of water and pretended to fall. And then he poured on him just to cover him up and then maybe guide him, walk him through later. That's what a true friend is like. A true friend is not one that humiliates you because of your flaws. They may know your flaws, but they will help you to actually do better. If a person is not, let's say you didn't do so well in maths or in a subject in class, your true friend doesn't mock you because of it. Your true friend asks you, what did you not understand? Is there a way I can help? Would you like for me to put you through? Do you understand? That is what a true friend does. Ezigbo enyi anaghị eme ka ihere mee gị. Ọ naghị ekwe ka ihere mee gị. It doesn't cause shame. It doesn't even allow shame come to you. Is that okay? That's it for a good friend. The third characteristic to look out for in your friend, to know if this friend is a good friend for you, is shared values. Your friend must share the same value with you. Ifi kwenye or ifo kwenye. Your attitude to life, the things your parents have taught you, is that what your friend upholds? Some children like to keep things from their parents. They never take permission from their parents. They do whatever they like and they tell you it doesn't matter. I won't even let my parents know. But you know, in your house, your parents like to know. Your parents want you to come to them freely. They don't want you to hide things from them. Then why are you following that kind of person that encourages you to hide things from your parents? If your friends don't share the same value with you, they will consistently make you feel stupid, or they will consistently make you doubt what you believe. I'm like, does it really matter? Maybe we can just hang out in this place. Maybe we can just take this thing that is not our own stuff. because that's what your friend is doing. An adage says that when you show me your friend, I will tell you who you are. If your friend does not believe the same things you believe at home, if your friend is not an upright person, if your friend is not a truthful person, is not someone that shares the same values that you share, especially for what you've been taught at home, then maybe they just need to remain an acquaintance, somebody you know and say hi to, but you're not close with. Do you understand? So make sure that as you go forward into this coming week, you are consistently looking out and auditing your friends. Ask yourself, is this person mean to me? Is this person kind to me? Is this person sharing the same values with me? Will this person cover my shame? Another thing is, friends don't compete unhealthily with their friends. Maybe because you got A in their maths, they are not inspired by your A. They are doing everything possible to show you that they can do better than you. If they want to improve on their own, that's a different ball game. But they are striving, they want to do everything to make sure that they show you that you're not as smart as them, that they are smarter than you. That's an unhealthy competition. A true friend does not compete with you in an unhealthy manner. Now, sit back and ask yourself, am I a true friend? While I'm looking out for other people and looking at other people in my life to see if they are good friends, am I a true friend? I want you to be a true friend, but I also want you to be able to spot people that are not really true friends so that you know when to draw the line. And the last lesson I want us to learn from today, even if it's not on friendship, is what Olisa did. While he realized what had happened to him, he was embarrassed and he just said a quiet prayer to God. And God inspired his friend to notice him at that time. And she came to, help him out, to save him from embarrassment. That is something that I want you to also adopt. Learn to pray. When you are embarrassed, when something is wrong or you don't know what to do, ask for help. Just say a silent prayer and ask God to help you, right? Because God is always with you wherever you are. He's with you in school, He's with you at home, He's with you when you are in danger, He's with you at every point in time. Do you understand? Yes. And I know that you've learned something beautiful from today's story. So I always like for you to write what you have learned in the comments. Please write it in the comments and remember to clap for yourself. Yes, for staying true up till this time. I think you have done very well. Don't forget, if you want to learn Igbo in a fun way, in an easy way, where we will take you through your journey, even if you just want to learn how to speak out because you understand what your parents speak but you don't speak out, all you need to do is send a message to the email address displayed on your screen and we're going to share the next steps with you. We can teach you and hold you by the hand. We have qualified teachers, we have beautiful resources, we have a very good curriculum that can work with you and cover every aspect as much as is necessary for your level as a child. This curriculum was specially formulated to cater to young minds, so don't even miss out on it. And even if you have a spouse or someone you want, around you that needs to learn Igbo, this is the place for you. Bia ka ikuzere gi Igbo. And that will be all for today. Don't forget, na sukwa Igbo. Makana gini Igbo amaka. I remain your amazing children's coach, Princess Enyinna-Okoro. Ngwano kawadi.
Learn with Coach Princess.